Clifford here again. Day 2 of having fun with my BlackBerry that turns out to take miraculous video. I love it. Love my BlackBerry. So, I thought I'd take this opportunity while I was committing a crime in progress here by driving without permission from the government. I've had no license for a couple of years now. Actually, it's about 6 years, and I have no insurance right now again, and this is truck number 5 or 6, I can't remember. I got another diesel right now being fixed up. I'll be driving that one probably by Friday. I got this, I don't know, I got about 5 or 6 trucks around, a couple are in the impound, government keeps taking them, that's fine. They're all just sitting around collecting money for rental fees, all sorts of charges and everything else, because I own all the equity in them, and they're not authorized to have any of them. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to explain to people, coming off of yesterday's video about how laws are created, about what's really happening when police pull you over, and why they think they have the right to pull you over and violate your rights. So let's pretend that passing a law saying I need a license to drive, sorry, it's a little bumpy here, is no different than, say, government suddenly deciding that they're going to pass a piece of legislation outlawing gravity. Yeah, we're going to outlaw gravity. Falling hurts and kills a lot of people every year. So we're just going to outlaw gravity and falling, and that'll take care of that problem. So everybody's now safe. The public's now safe. We fixed yet another problem. We outlawed gravity, because we can do that. The same way that they believe that they can outlaw or make illegal our unalienable right to travel, drive, own property, that kind of stuff. So this is no different. So let's pretend that in all the wisdom that the Legislative Assembly or the Parliament has, they outlaw gravity, which they probably will soon, because they really think they can do just about anything. So they pass a piece of legislation, and if they can convince somebody that they have really outlawed gravity, all they have to do is find somebody stupid enough to go jump off a building. Because they're holding a piece of paper that says, "Why, look, the government has outlawed gravity. I can fly, motherfucker, fly." Okay, no, they can't, and they're going to figure that out as soon as they jump off the building. They might have a little bit of airtime. They're going to fly. They're going to fly all the way down to the street, and then they're going to splat, hopefully, if they're high enough. So, if you can just convince stupid people that your piece of legislation has overruled some law, then they'll go and they'll do that. So enter driving laws. I'm not allowed to drive without a license, all right? Yeah, it's an unalienable right. Clearly I do, because I'm able to do it right now. Look, consequence free. So as long as they can find someone fucking stupid enough to believe that my rights have been legislated away by a bunch of shitheels, then they're gonna have somebody come and pull me over, detain me, and steal my truck and everything, and that's gonna work in the short term, because they can do it. Just the same way that I can jump off a building if they pass a law that overrides gravity. But I'm never free to avoid the consequences of my actions, which means shortly after that I'm going to plummet to my death. And that's all that's happening right now with the cops. And they're starting to wake up and realize that that legislation may appear as though it grants them the right to come and steal from us and harm us. It actually doesn't. It's actually not a lawful excuse, because it does not override one of our rights. They're just relying on the fact that they're going to find a bunch of dumb fucking bastards who are stupid enough to try to enforce this shit, because most of us don't know how to enforce our rights and seek recourse and remedy afterwards, which is just the ramifications of what they do. That's them splatting on the street. But we're getting there. We pretty much got her now, and they are getting scared. That's good. So that's all that's really going on. They can't outlaw our right to travel or drive any more than they can outlaw gravity. The repercussions just haven't come around yet. That street hasn't come rushing up yet from the idiot stupid enough to jump off a building. But we're getting there. So I hope that gives a little bit of clarity to that. I could probably do a better job of that, but I'm just kind of driving right now and committing crimes on my way into the city to go to work. So I'll leave you with that. we'll be doing maybe daily or every other day video blogs, maybe trying to get people familiar with the concepts. I guess that's today's lesson and concept, is that you're free to carry out any act you want. You're never free from the liabilities that come along with doing that. So they are no more free from the liability of harming us when they steal our trucks or imprison us based on legislation than they are to fly if they jump off a building were the Parliament or the Legislative Assembly to pass a statute overruling the law of gravity. So, have a good day.